Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G and this is episode 114 of the University Challenge, and today we will do a quick league preview of all our transfer action in the off season and preview the league season ahead as we go for 5 in a row, and then we will take on Bohemians in our league opener away from home as we start our league campaign. So with all that said, let's get to the transfers we have done in the off season. So a couple of transfers were done before FM changed over to the new season. And the first one that came in was Charlie Whittaker from AFC Wimbledon for 245,000. He comes in as Niall O'Hagan's replacement. O'Hagan, we couldn't get a deal done with Norwich. Norwich didn't want to sell him, didn't want to loan him back, so we had to get a replacement in, and we got Charlie Whittaker in. And he looks a really good player, I have to say. If we compare him to Malonga, who we would be competing with for that role on the left wing, there is Malonga, and you can see here, very close between the two. Charlie just edges in a couple of things. Defending, he's a better defender, which could be important in European games. More speed, better vision, and better technical footballer. So yeah, those two will be competing for that left wing role. And Charlie has had a really good start to his career here in pre-season. Couldn't play in those Champions League games, but in the friendlies and the one competitive game we played, he performed really well. So hopefully he will continue that into the season. Next up is Diego Almada from St. Pauli in Germany for 900,000, our biggest ever transfer fee paid out, and he comes in as a centre-back, Spanish centre-back, and he looks a really good footballer. Started his career at Barcelona, so hopefully that is a good pedigree for us. And if we compare him to Angelo Lam, who is probably the player whose place in the team he's likely to take. Lam, of course, has been here so long, and you can see Almada just edges him almost everywhere. Slightly less on defending, which is a bit of a worry for a centre back, but it's only 12 versus 13. Everywhere else he's ahead of Lam. Looks a really good player, and to get him in for that price of just 900,000, he had a transfer listed at St. Pauli, so we got him in on a cheaper deal, and he is a really good addition to the team. And then our third signing of the off season came in was Will Blackmore from Newcastle, and 120,000 for him. Comes in as a left back option, gives us a younger option out at left back ahead of Andy Appin and Cameron Ledwich. And if we compare him to Andy Appin, you can see it's pretty close already between the two. He edges them on defending, mental and technical, and it's close everywhere else. Probably the only big difference is in the air. Andy Appin is 14 while Will Blackmore is 5, so that could be a concern. Probably with set pieces, etc. But he is 21 years old, as I said. 120,000 for him, lots of potential, and a really good signing, and hopefully we can get plenty of games for him in this season. In terms of players who have left us, I'll just go back to the previous season again. Greg Sloggett has left us. He's gone to St. Pat's for 67,000. Had no place for him in the team really, so just instead of having an unhappy player around, we decided to sell him. The other, actually, I should go back and see, is Tommy Lonergan. Of course, one of our most famous players over this series. He has gone on loan for the season to Dundalk, and his contract is up at the end of the season, so I don't know if he will sign a new one. I would like to keep him around, but we'll see at the end of the season. Sam Todd is still here. He's gone to Coleraine on loan. And the other big exit is Nico Jones has left us for 170,000. He's gone to Derry. With Almada coming in, we had 6 options at centre back, so we really didn't need all of those. Good offer came in for Nico Jones. Don't think he vastly improves Derry's in the title race, so yeah, happy enough to let him go for that fee. So that is the transfer action caught up on. We'll have a quick look at the season preview for the Electricity League now, and we are the overwhelming favourites at 1 to 10 on to win the title. Derry and Shamrock Rovers are expected to be our closest rivals. If we look at the Media Dream 11, we have 9 players in it. Only Matthew Carey of Derry at centre-back, who we actually had a bid in for, accepted, and he turned us down to sign a new contract at Derry. And then Simon Sire of Waterford is up front. They're the only players out from our team that are not in the Media Dream 11. They have Pedro Paulo at right back for some reason, and Conor McGlennon in at right midfield. Unlikely to play that too often this season. So yeah, that is the league preview. One competitive game, as I said, played since the Champions League games, and that was the President's Cup, which we retained and won for the 7th year in a row with a 4-0 win over Shamrock Rovers. Charlie Whittaker getting a goal on his competitive debut, Will Lancashire with 2, and Diego Almada also scoring on his competitive debut. So a 4-0 win and some silverware already in the bag. So that is the preview. So we get on to the team news for today's game against Bohemians, our league opener. And we're going with this team. We may notice that Felix Romeo starts in goals. That is because we had a bid for Bonnevie from Sporting Lisbon of about 500,000, which first of all, it wasn't enough for him. He's valued at way more. Second of all, it gave us absolutely no time to sign a replacement goalkeeper, and there wasn't any options out there. So I rejected the bid. He's not happy, so I've decided to put him on the bench for the opener. Romeo comes into play, and we give league debuts to Almada, Blackmore and Whittaker. So the team in full is Romeo in goals, a back four of Tumanian, Almada, Adagye and Blackmore. Barres, Bushanoff and Cassidy start in the midfield three. Pedro Paulo and Charlie Whittaker on the wings, and Will Lancashire up front, Rhys Evans still out injured. So that's the team news. Let's get to kick-off. On the way here at Dalymount Park for this game against Bohemians, our league campaign up and running as we go for 5 in a row, and the new players in the team, excited to see how they get on, and hopefully we can put in a really good performance to start the season. It is of course players like Pedro Paulo, Bushanoff, Tumanian, they've got a pre-season with us now, so hopefully we'll see improved performance from them as well. Coming up to 5 minutes gone here, it's 0-0. First highlight here is a Bohemians free kick, long towards their man, but Blackmore cuts it out and plays it forward to Charlie Whittaker, who plays it back to Blackmore, the two new players linking up, and again a ball over the top of Whittaker, but he's just about tackled and Bohemians have the ball back, but Bushanoff intercepts. Here's Lancashire, can he pull off something? Here's Barres on the ball, plays it through to Lancashire, takes the shot, fires off the crossbar, and Bohemians clear their lines, but Whittaker heads it down to Lancashire again. He takes another shot. Oh, just over. 2 shots there from Will Lancashire. One hits the crossbar, one fired over, and after 12 minutes here, it's still 0-0. Free kick here, Barres to take it, and he clips it into the box towards Almada, and it's headed just wide by Almada. The centre back getting his head onto it, but can't get it on target, and we don't take that chance. So 19 minutes gone, it's still 0-0. Half-time whistle goes here. It is 0-0 at half-time. We have dominated that first half. Plenty of possession, plenty of shots. Just haven't made the breakthrough. Bohemians holding on here. They've had one shot, which was off target. So we have been in complete control, but we just need to make that breakthrough in the second half. On the way again here in the second half. Hopefully we can make that breakthrough. As I said, we've dominated the game. We just haven't made that killer goal yet. I think if we get ahead here, we will see this game out, but the thing is, Bohemians are a sticky team at times. They can defend really strongly, but we do have a corner here. Barres in towards Cassidy at the far post, and there we have the breakthrough. Sean Cassidy getting us ahead early in the second half, and that is a big moment for us. We needed that goal after dominating so much. Barres with the corner, whips it into the far post. Cassidy gets up ahead of his man, heads it past the Bohemians goalkeeper, and our first league goal of the season goes to Sean Cassidy. And with 49 minutes, we're 1-0 up. Throw in for us, Andy Appin just off the bench, take it down to another sub, Sottini, and they link up here. Andy Appin bringing it forward, plays it to Malonga. That's our 3 subs all getting on the ball there. But Bohemians get the ball back, but Barres in with a tackle, intercepts. Here's Pedro Paulo. Can he go on a run here? Pedro Paulo, tried to pick out Cassidy, not quite good enough. Almada intercepts that though. Here's Pedro Paulo again, taking on his man, does well, beats him. Gets to, we get across, no, it's a poor cross from Pedro Paulo. Barres intercepts again though. Here's Andy Appin, can he bring it forward? No, we really are just giving the ball back to Bohemians and then they give it back to us. Not much quality on show at the moment. Here's Sottini, down to Bushanoff, to Andy Appin, now a bit of space for our captain. Can he get a cross in? He has to cut back. Malonga gets the cross in towards Cassidy, he's up again, and Sean Cassidy has his second goal of the game. Another header from the man coming late into the box there and heading it home. It was a scrappy period of play there, but eventually some quality shown here. Andy Appin picking out Malonga, who got a cross in to the far post. Cassidy up ahead of his man again and heading it home. And with 69 minutes gone here, we're 2-0 up. Full time whistle goes here and we are up and running in the league with a 2-0 win. Comfortable enough in the end. We completely dominated that game. Sean Cassidy with both goals. The only bad moment in the game was a late injury to Pedro Paulo, who had to go off. Hopefully that's not a bad one. But apart from that, it's been a really good league opener. So there we have it, 3 points on the board right away for us, and as you can see we are in third position, tied with Waterford and Derry, who also won their games. They're ahead of us on goal difference, but a good strong start to the season. As I said though, the only bad point in that game was the injury to Pedro Paulo, and he will be out for 2 to 3 weeks with pulled ankle ligament, so he will miss a number of games for us, which is disappointing at the start of the season, but could have been worse, so hopefully he will be back and up and running soon. So that's the league campaign up and running, as I said, and in the next episode we'll play 2 more league games. We will take on Shamrock Rovers, the team that finished runner-up to us last season, and we'll also take on Dundalk at home. So 2 games early in the season to see how we are getting on and how the new players are settling into the squad. If you did enjoy today's episode, please drop it a like. It's great to see more likes on the videos and to know that people are enjoying this university challenge here with UCD. If you want to subscribe to us, that's the best way to make sure you won't miss any videos. Videos are posted Monday to Friday 6 PM Irish time, and subscribing is the best way to not miss anything. There is a playlist on the channel and it does appear on the screen at the end of this video if you want to catch up on anything we've done. So until the next episode when we play 2 more league games, please take it easy.